So welcome to the Emporium Outdoors. Bit of an unusual video because I don't have any dogs with me. Fortunately, Esme can't ride the quad anymore, she's just too old. And Lizzy had a grooming appointment, which I didn't know about, so she's otherwise disposed. So it's just you and me today. So that's not all bad. I can cover a lot more distance without the dogs. It's just going to be a bit weird because I always have a dog with me. I think I can only count a couple of times where I've ever gone out camping and not had a dog with me. So it's going to be something different, but I'm sure we'll have a good time anyways. So as mentioned, this year I actually got a moose draw in this area, so I'm very excited. So I haven't seen a lot of moose in this area for maybe 10 years plus, but I have been told by other people that they are around. So I'm going to go have a look at those places and take a look. I brought my new drone with me today. It's a DJI Mini 4 Pro. And I'm hopefully going to get some drone footage with that. It's going to be exciting to do. So we're on the trusty Kawasaki KVF 360, fantastic quad for getting through the bush. It'll literally go anywhere. It's fantastic, very lightweight, and I'll cover some kilometers for sure today. So without further comment, let's get going. On these tight trails, there's nothing better than using a quad versus a side-by-side. I can get into all sorts of places with this tiny cheap quad. I picked it up a few years ago for about $3,000 Canadian, and it's been nothing but great. It had about 1,800 kilometers when I bought it, and now I think it has close to 3,000. So I put a few kilometers on it, but it's done really well, and it still has a lot of life left in it. I really do feel connected to the outside when I'm riding the quad. Sometimes in the side-by-side you're a little bit detached from what you're actually driving through, and with the quad you feel every bump and ripple, and it feels like you're really there. So I used to use this trail quite a bit, but as you can see, she has totally grown in. It's going to take quite a bit of work to get this all beaten down. These looks like poplars, growing up pretty big already. There used to be a really good way to get to one of my favorite camping spots, but obviously lots of fire here. So we'll keep heading down this way. I know where it goes. I just don't know how bad it is. I have made it once before, but it was in winter. So the winter actually flattens most of it down. So in summertime, you just don't know what's under that layer. So we shall see how we get on. Okay, let's keep going. Getting these trails cleared up before wintertime will pay dividends, because this is a really good route into a much larger area. So having this cleared now when everything is not frozen to the ground is going to make my life so much better later on when it comes to camping and hunting in this area. So we're down to one bar in the old chainsaw. I didn't bring another battery, which was not smart. So we've covered quite a bit of distance. Had to cut a few more trees. But I think we're getting close to where we need to be. I just wanted to stop off here and show you this. So this burnt probably 3 years ago. Look at the forest, how it's coming back. Isn't that incredible? These are all little baby pine trees. The floor is just littered with them. It's almost like grass. Even the mosses are coming back. Sphagnum moss. Yeah, this won't be long until everything's back. These trees are still actually usable. It's good firewood. just amazing. So quiet today. So the saw I'm using is a Silky Big Boy. I bought it from Cabela's a few years ago now, and it's served me well so far. I do have a couple of these saws now in different sizes, and they are expensive, but it is actually worth it. I hate to say it, but the price actually reflects the performance. So we've made it all the way down to the river, normally where the dogs swim, and it sure is full. Yeah. I think someone's been busy. I don't know if the beavers have been at this or... Sure is a little bit taller. There's no way I'm getting a quad across that. Well, it seems to have fallen into a bit of a mud hole. It's wonderful. Okay, so we are here, wherever here is. Okay, so we're here. We ended up pretty close to one of our old camps, so it kind of worked out pretty good. Did about 25 kilometers through the bush, so it's a fair distance when you're bush riding. To be honest, it's not like doing a 25-kilometer stretch just down the highway. So we covered quite a bit. Managed to spot a couple of areas that are going to be great for game cams, so I've marked them on my GPS. And what I was looking for today is just some big beds and maybe some moose poop that I could recognize, but the foliage is just way too thick. Never actually seen it grow up this quickly. It's yeah, the forest is completely grown up. So, but that was fun. Had a good time. So we're going to throw the hammock in between these two trees, and that's right, I actually stashed some wood back there, so that's going to save me a bit of work. So I think we should get started. Hammock normally goes between these two trees when I've camped here previously, and it works out really well. And then we've got this whole kind of view. The grass is not too busy there, that's why this is a pretty good spot. It's my old fire area, so I think we should be good. Hopefully the bugs are not going to be too bad. My favourite hammock is the Warbonnet Eldorado. It's been a very, very good hammock for me. I got the double layer on the bottom so I can slide a pad in between, but I do prefer the Wookiee underquilt that I have as well from Warbonnet. It's a great combination to use with this hammock, and it keeps me nice and warm. So the old hammock set up, and this is going to be great. I normally keep the foot end slightly higher than the head end, because what you don't want is to be sliding down all night. You're better off with your feet a little bit higher up, and then you'll always stay in position with your head and your pillow hopefully in one spot. But yeah, we are all set. It's so quiet. barely hear anything. But that was some tough work today. Yeah, missing the little puppers. It's a shame they didn't come today. I could have brought the side-by-side, but I would never have made it where I went. We got stuck a couple of times, had to winch twice. I think one I filmed, one I was just too stuck. And yeah, it's hard going. But it's all worth it. Love being out here. It's just my special place. So I'm going to get the rest of the hammock set up so I don't have to do anything. Then we're going to take a look at that wood, get a little fire going, I think. That'd be pretty neat to do. Hopefully I've got a battery left in that DeWalt. I've owned this CRKT Freya axe for some years now, and I've actually really grown to love it. It doesn't look like a traditional axe, it's got a larger beard than normal. However, despite its lighter weight, it's actually very practical, and it's great for cleaning up logs as you see me doing here. And for the cost, I think it's a pretty good bargain. If you're enjoying the video so far, please go ahead and give me a like and subscribe. It really does help the channel out and I appreciate it very, very much. Also in the description there'll be links to products that I use in this video, and I do have an Amazon affiliate store. So if you like this little stove I'm using, there's a link to it, and it's also super cheap. I think it's like 40 Canadian dollars for this little thing. This is the Leatherman Surge, and it's probably the best Leatherman that I own. It has so many functions, plus I keep it in this little pouch where I keep my fire steel. When they're new they don't really strike too good because they've got that oxidized layer, so it takes me a couple of strikes to get this fire going. However, this little kit contains everything I need, including a safety whistle, fire starting, small first aid kit, and a few other bits and pieces. We had a great day on the quad. It's just an incredible machine. Like I say, my thoughts around side-by-sides and quads has actually changed over the years. I used to think side-by-side is superior, and why would anyone buy a quad? When you ride a quad and you compare the two side-by-side, then you can tell the difference. Like a quad will go to places that a side-by-side can't even touch, and it's not a width thing. It's a power to weight ratio, it's maneuverability. So quads are going to be there forever. I really like this quad. I wish it was fuel injected, that's the only thing. And if it had independent rear suspension, has a solid rear axle. Suspension's not great, but it's very reliable and it just goes, and it's bought and paid for. It's 2007. And it's got many years to go, and it'll be my little backup quad to do stuff. And you know what, I'll probably take it out in the winter, even though I have a heated cab in the Polaris Ranger midsize. I did it last year. I enjoyed it. It's cold, but if you wrap up well, it's not that important. So the sun is starting to fade down behind those trees, which is great because it's not as warm anymore. And this fire is starting to get some nice hot coals so we can get our chicken done. Actually, the forest is just perfect right now. There's very little bugs around. It's wet in places, it's dry in other places. It's just as it should be. Foliage is super green, so it's going to stop forest fires. It's recovering from the previous 3 years ago fires. If you ever get the chance to go out into like a boreal forest and spend the day or a night or a week, then I would take it, because it really does take you back to basics. And really there's nothing out here that can hurt you. maybe a bar, whatever, but they got better things to do than bother people. And as long as you make yourself known, they're not going to come sniffing around. Just don't cook food and leave it out, stuff like that. They know that we're dangerous to them, so they'll stay away. So yeah, this is the view out of my hammock, and it's going to be a really good night. Okay, let's go ahead and try this chicken out. Should be pretty much cooked by now. Just let it sit for a little while just to cool off. Yep. Wow, it's beautiful. Just the spices and the spruce wood. It's an amazing combination. I think I paid $5 for 2 legs today, $4 and change. And this is one of the most amazing meals I've ever had. So the time is about 7:30. I'm going to eat these 2 legs and probably relax back in the hammock for a little while. I want to get the drone up before the sunset so you can all share in that with me. So yeah, for now, bon appetit. So the time is about 9:30 and I'm in the hammock already. and I can't wait for a good night's sleep. It's so quiet, it's incredible. Unfortunately I don't have the dogs, but then again I don't have the dogs jumping all over me and get me up during the night, so it's a double-edged sword, but I do miss them, and I feel very sad they're not with me. But next time out I'll make sure I take Esme and Lizzy with me. I'll take it side by side. We'll have a great time. So I'll wish you good night, and I shall see you in the morning. Good night for now. So good morning. We had an amazing night's sleep. Oh, so comfortable. It was incredible. Woke up looking up at the big trees. But sun's up. It's time to get up. And I need to grab my coffee. So I'll have to get out of here pretty soon. Oh, so comfortable. Even though I really enjoy camping, one of the things I hate doing is packing up. The benefit of a hammock is it's actually pretty quick, and if you're caught out in the rain or whichever, you can just ball it all up and put it in the same bag. And then you can deal with it when you get home if you need to. The convenience of a hammock really does outweigh the benefits of a tent in my opinion. However, I do also like the cot tent as an alternative. I'm just getting a bit old to be sleeping in tents on the ground. Well, it's time for me to get out of here now. Had a wonderful night, one of the best night's sleep I've had for a very long time. And what a great spot. Really enjoyed this area. Got some information about where I need to go and put game cameras for later on. And that's going to be exciting. I'll keep you updated. I'll maybe post some of that footage if I get any. So let me know in the comments if you like hammock camping and if you would have set something up like this. So until next time, take care. And as always, thank you very much for watching. If you like my videos, leave me a comment, maybe a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe.